What is happening with Ada? Before we begin, I would like to say happy Sunday. Yes, the weekend is almost over, and soon we're going to see some good bullishness, in my opinion. But anyway, let's begin. So, what is happening with Ada? Let's begin with the daily. What do you think? In the daily, as you can see, we went up a lot. Yes, I remember. My last video was the second, so it was basically 4 days ago, and the second it was basically here. Yes, the soccer SA was here, and now it's up here, almost completely in the overbought area. In the overbought area, usually happens something like this. The price reaches the overbought area, moves a little bit inside, and then goes back down. Yes. So we know that, let's say, medium term, we're not really bullish at the moment, but we're going to get into this a little bit later. So what is happening in the weekly? We're going to talk about this later as well. So now let's zoom in the 1 hour time frame. Let's go in the 1 hour time frame. In the 1 hour time frame, the situation, as you can see, chart wise, is not the best. Why is that? Let me explain you. It's not the best for different reasons. The first one is that we had this high, then we went down, another lower high, then went down, another lower high, and now the situation is basically repeating itself over and over and over again. But this is the appearance, because in reality, if I draw a few lines, yes, we can see something, which is, I'm gonna use this low. Anyway, we have this sort of pattern here, yes, and in my opinion, this pattern represents a continuation pattern of the previous trend. So the previous trend, as you can see, of course, it's an uptrend. Yes, this is our secondary trend at the moment. Our primary trend is still a bearish trend. I would like to remind you this. If I zoom out, my primary trend is a bearish trend. Yes, so at the moment we are just using a secondary trend for our bullishness, but I don't think we should focus on this one for too long. So as you can see in the 1 hour time frame, as I was saying, we are moving towards lower levels in terms of price, and our stock RSI is a little bit confusing. Why is that? Because we've been oversold, then we went a little bit up, as you can see, then down again, then up, and now we're going back down. So in my opinion, even if we're going to go back to the oversold area down here, let me zoom in for you. So even if we're going to go back down here, start moving sideways, that won't be an issue. Why is that? Because we still have a lot of range to go, to move inside, and we have measured level of support basically at 1.1, and then another one at 1.90. So sorry. So the situation is not the worst. Anyway, so in my opinion, we're going to see some good bullishness in the 4 hour time frame. On the other hand, the stock RSI, is going slowly down, but we still have all day to go. And now, in my opinion, what is going to happen is that during today, we're going to see the price, most likely moving sideways or even decreasing, just to have this small correction with low volume. Because why do I say it's with low volume? Because as you can see, we had this, basically yesterday, we had this big green candle here, which is above average volume. But at the moment, even if we're moving lower and lower and lower, our volume is not really affected, and that's good, because we needed a correction, yes, and we're having this correction during the weekend. So when you have a correction on Saturdays, Sundays, and you are quite bullish as well, then most likely that correction is not going to have a big impact on the price. Now, of course, this is my opinion, and you can think whatever you want. So, now we went up and we're moving like this. Yes, we already know this pattern, and most likely we're going to go back up. I think we're going to go up for two reasons. The first one is because, of course, of the pattern, and the second one is because everyone is getting really bullish in general. Yes, of course, on it as well. Another thing to keep in mind is that if I go in the 1 day time frame and I look at the normal RSI, I can see that we are still in a bullish trend on the normal RSI. Look at this. This is beautiful, guys. We touched this is our primary trend, which is a bullish trend on the RSI. We touched this line once, twice, then 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. So we know that at the moment we're going to have a small correction in the RSI as well. Maybe find support anywhere in this area. Let me show you. So we know that we need to go a little bit lower in terms of price. We're going to find support in this area in terms of the RSI. So we're going to move a little bit lower and then we're going to go back up. Yes, so we're going to have a correction 100%, and not a small correction at least. If I zoom in and I go in the 1 hour time frame, no, sorry, in the 4 hour time frame, because it's going to be a little bit easier, we know that we still have to find support in a lower place. Why is that? Because most likely every time we have this sort of pattern, what is going to happen is that we find support here. I don't know if you remember in my last video, I've said one thing, which is in my last video, which was the second. See, this is the 2nd of February. We were in this small channel, yes, and I've said one thing. We went up, then down, and now we're moving towards higher levels. Yes, what does that mean? It means that at some point we're going to drop back on the primary. On this line, which was resistance. Yes, so we're going to use our previous resistance as support level. Yes, and this happened. We found support on the previous resistance. We have made this sort of double bottom, and then basically we went up. Yes, so everything went as expected. Yes, everything went as expected. So at the moment, I'm really happy for that video because I know a lot of people watched it. I think 400 people watched it, and I know that at least few of them bought at this level, and it makes me really, really happy. So, at the moment we need to go down because after we have this sort of push, yes, we need, not always yet, but most of the time we need to find support on the previous high, which is down here. Yes, we don't care about this high. Of course, this works as support level, but we need to find support on the previous high, in my opinion. Yes, so as you can see, we found support once on the previous high, which was down here with this 1.1 basically. Yes, that's why we had such a big buying volume here. Yes, because people know that when something reaches the previous high, you need to buy because that's measured level of support. Yes, so this is why we have such a big green candle here. Yes, I'm trying to explain you as much as I can in order for you to, because I'm not here all the time, guys, and my purpose is not the one of having people watching me. Yes, my purpose is allowing everybody to do what I do without me. Yes, so we have measured level of support here. Yes, as you can see, and most likely we're going back to this level again. It's not a standard price, let's say. Yeah, it's an area, and when we're talking about area, we know that anything within that area is a good entry price. Yes, so it doesn't need to go back, like perfectly on this line. Yes, if not, it's not a good entry. Yes, anywhere in this area is a good entry, even slightly above, because we know that we have a level of support on this line. Yes, as you can see, this is an area. Yes, and we can anywhere basically in this area, it's a good entry in my opinion. Yes, and then of course you need to place your stop loss, guys, because let's say this level of support is not going to hold. Yes, and this level of support is not going to hold. Yes, what are you going to do? You're going to get stuck into a market that is going down. Yes, because as I said, our primary trend is still a bearish trend. Yes, so it's useless to be bullish, like extremely bullish, when the primary trend is a bearish trend, but it's stupid to be extremely bearish when we're seeing some good improvements. Yes, so we just need to entry. So let's say you bought here. Yes, you just need to place your stop loss slightly below this high. Yes, so I will say anywhere like 1.09, and then wait, because if there is going to be a measure correction, then we know that our um, how it's called, our stop loss is going to help us evacuate basically. So everything is going to be alright, guys. In my opinion, we're quite bullish, but we will see. Yes, because I think that short term we're bullish, but the only thing that worries me is the 1 day time frame, but not even that much, because as I said, once we reach the overbought area, yes, we need to move sideways, and this sideways movement is always the most bullish one, because look here, yes, in this area, which was basically January, um, we were at this level, yes, and as you can see, we went up, but not even that much, yes, and then after we reached the overbought area completely, we have seen these big green candles, which in my opinion are going to happen most likely Monday or Tuesday. Anyway, I think we're going to see some good bullishness on ADA. And if that happens, yes, let's say we're this bullish again, yes, if that happens, then we may actually go up. I don't know how high, yes, but this is just this is just for the future, yes. So let's say we're going high, yes, then we go back down, we find support here, and then we may actually start a new trend. If this happens, then we are going to have a new primary trend, which is going to be, of course, helpful for us. In the previous days, we had big buying volumes, yes, because look, in the 1 hour time frame, I can see easily these buying volumes. In the 4 hour time frame, we can actually see them that they are slightly above average, yes. So from the 3rd till basically the 5th, so in 2 days we have made 16%. Yes, so we went up by 16% in 2 days, yes, and this 16%, yeah, did not affect our weekly stock RSI at all. Yes, look, we have seen how much. If we go in the daily, and we look at the stock RSI, we know how much the stock RSI affects the price. Yes, because we know that once we start moving sideways here, yes, like this, we know that the price goes up a lot. Yes, but in the weekly, we're not even close to get into a bullish wave. What I mean by this is not something bad. What I mean by this is that 15% did not affect our moving average at all, which means that most likely once we start getting bullish in the weekly, yes, then we're going to see something basically massive. Yes, because look, just to help you understand, last time we were this low, yes, it was basically in this area. Yes, as you can see, everyone I think agrees with me. Yeah, so we were down here. Yeah, so what happened is that after we start getting bullish in the weekly, yes, so let's say here, yes, we had 3 green candles in the weekly. So let's say we already have our first green candle here. So let's say we're going to have 1 or 2 more, yes, break through this level of resistance, so turn completely bullish, change primary trend, yes, and then we're going to have this sort of push, yes, and this sort of push is basically within few weeks or sometimes few months, yes. So as you can see, the weekly has a big impact on the price, yes. So as I said, even if our primary trend is bearish, we don't need to worry about that. Why is that? Because this sort of pattern, we went down and then we start to moving towards lower level, yes, it's a bullish pattern, yes. We have seen that if the price goes down, but then it start moving towards higher levels, is bearish. But if the opposite happens, is bullish. Yes. So this is really bullish. This is really bullish, and the RSI is telling us that we are still in a good position. So we shouldn't worry too much about anything long term. Short term, I think we're bullish. So in my opinion, we're sitting in a good position, apart from maybe tomorrow, which is going to be Sunday, and on apart from today. Okay. So apart from today, because it's Sunday, we're not going to have the best day ever. But I think from next week we're going to see another big push. And in my opinion, soon, guys, trust me, soon we're going to see a big, big, big reversal wave, which is going to bring the price higher and higher and higher. In my opinion, we may actually reach the $4 level sooner than we think. Yes, because as I said, I believe that Q1 for crypto is going to be bullish. I've said this since last year, I think, or the beginning of this year. I don't even remember, but anyway, I think that Q1 is going to be really bullish for us, and I'm happy that it's basically the beginning of February, and we're starting to see some good improvements on the charts, on the candles, and on the news as well. So I think we shouldn't worry too much about the price at the moment, because long term we're bullish, and we've seen, it's been proved that in basically, let's say from here to here, yes, in basically 42 days, which is 1 month, yeah, we have seen that in 1 month everything can basically change a lot. Yes, so everything can change in a single month. Yeah. So what do you want more? Yeah, maybe uh I don't know, the 6th of the 6th of March, we can actually see aid at $4, or $2, $3, or whatever. Yeah, who knows? But mark my words. Next month we're not going to be at the same level, and we're not going to be any lower than, in my opinion, $2. Yes, I can put my hand on fire. That's not going to happen. Yes, we're not going to see ADA low again, or nor Bitcoin. Because I think everything. I didn't check Bitcoin for a while. I'm not gonna lie, but look at these guys. Look at this beautiful guy. Let me delete this. Look at this beautiful guy. It's basically moving right. As you can see, the stock RSI is basically in the oversold area. It's been there for a while, so we know. Look, last time it was down here. In basically a short amount of time, it went up, then down, then up again. In the daily session is looking okay. We're going to have some sort of correction, but why is that? Because as you can see, Bitcoin broke through this line here. Yes, so it needs to go down, maybe find support on the previous high, which is here. So maybe we're going to see Bitcoin at some point at 39,000, in this area between 39,600 and maybe a little bit lower, and then it will go up again. Yes, so the session is looking great in general. Yes, I think we're going to see some good bullish levels soon. And this is it for today, guys. Thank you for watching the video. I know it's a little bit longer than usual. I want to talk to you a little bit more, explain to you whatever is going to happen next. So yes, trust me, aid at $4 soon. Yeah,